traveled to New Brunswick in a special pilot program in 2023 with a work permit, with a work visa, and with your family if you are married. How simple that sounds. This is a special program, a special pilot program in New Brunswick in Canada that was launched last year with an objective to recruit foreigners as well as Canadian nationals to fill in the employment gap that has been existing in the labor market in Canada. And this program is called New Brunswick Critical Worker Pilot Program 2023. Welcome to my channel. My name is Don Franco, and on this video I am going to be introducing you this program. I know you must have definitely heard about the New Brunswick Critical Pilot Program 2023. I'm not just going to introduce you this program. I'm going to give you the objectives of this program. I'm going to tell you the employers that are involved in this program. I'm going to give you the benefits of this program, and I'm going to talk to you about the eligibilities, the eligibility of the employer and your own eligibility as an employee, just to tell you how or who is eligible to apply as far as this program is concerned. And I'm not just going to end there. I'm going to take you to the application process, because this is the most critical part of it. So many videos you will not see this part, but I've taken the pains to put you through so that you will have an insight on the different steps that you need. I'm going to show you who is actually going to have an optimized CV to get this opportunity. And mind you, it is not only for skilled workers, it is actually for unskilled, because this program involves a lot of different job domains. Thank you very much. Like I was saying, the pilot program was launched, and the objective of this program was, that's why it is called the Critical Pilot Program. It is to fit in a gap. It is to fit in a gap that has been existing in the labor market in Canada, where certain jobs have not been able to have people to fit in. And New Brunswick had to enter into this program with the federal government to see how they can seduce nationals and foreigners to come and fit in these particular domains. They are both skilled and they are also unskilled. What are the benefits of this program? Unlike other programs where you are being restricted, that you go through a lot of stress, the truth is the employers that are being pre-selected for this program, there are only 6 of them. They help you with the process to facilitate your immigration to Canada with your work visa and your work permit and with your family. That's the first one. The second one, unlike other programs where they ask you to provide IELTS certificate or other language proficiency certificates, this program is special in that if you do not have the IELTS, they are definitely, your employer, after having an interview and deeming necessary to recruit you, is going to supply the is going to supply a letter to the federal government taking the responsibility. They're going to train you in language for a particular period of time for you to adapt with the working environment as far as this pilot program is concerned. Remember, New Brunswick is a bilingual province. They speak English and French. So if you're only speaking English, they're going to give you some classes in French for you to know the basics and fit in. If you're only speaking French, they're also going to give you some basics in English. The most important thing is that professionally wise, you should be eligible. That is not only where it ends. They are also going to give you accommodation. You will not just go and be on air trying to figure out things by yourself. They are going to give you accommodation. That is why there are only 6 employers that are pre-selected for the program, because they took to themselves the responsibility of making sure that all these things are put in place. They're not only going to give you accommodation, they will actually make sure that you are paid in the same as, like, you are paid the same salary in your particular field as other people in New Brunswick. We know, like, so many jobs where people are being paid by particular. Sometimes when you are just an entry level, they'll give you some kind of menial salary, or some particular employers will cut your salary because they think they're doing favor to you. This is not happening, right? Everything is clean and clear, especially if you are eligible. Not only that, we also have let me talk about the different companies that are recruiting. As far as this program is concerned, we have the Cook Aquaculture, which is going to definitely be on fishing, right? We have JD Irving Limited, we have Group Savoie, we have Group Westco, we have Imperial Manufacturing Group, and we have McCain Foods Limited. And so these 6 companies are going to be recruiting you in domains such as fishing, farming, manufacturing, forestry, IT, nursing, like these professional workers like social workers, nursing, assistant nurse, and cooks, house helps, caretakers, and so many others. So you are not left out. There are just a ton of opportunities for you to exploit in this program. This is the first part of this video, ladies and gentlemen, and if you have had some value in this video so far as far as this program is concerned, please do consider to consider to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that whenever I upload another video, you will definitely be notified. Do not only end there, please do click the share button, share my videos to other social medias, and also recommend my channel to your friends and family, and why not the world. I really much appreciate, and I really want to take this moment before I dive into the part 2 of this video to thank all my new subscribers for their engagement, all my old subscribers for keeping up and recommending my videos due to the value that they gain from the content. My title of my videos match the content. Whatever thing I say on my title or my introduction, you're going to see it in the content of the video. Thank you very much for staying, and I'm going to take you right in to the second part of our video. Intent to reside. It is your responsibility to prove a genuine intention to reside in New Brunswick as described in Section 82 Sub 2B of the Immigration Refugee Protection Act SC 2001 C27 regulation, which states that a foreign national is a member of the nominee class if they intend to reside in the province that nominated them. So these are the points under this intent to reside, which you can pause the video and zoom out the video and read them by yourself. For the sake of the length of this video, I won't read that. The next one is job offer. You must have a valid job offer from an eligible employer to be considered for by this program, GNB. Yes, I mean, like, how can you even be eligible? You must have a job offer. That's what I'm going to be walking through on the subsequent part of this video, right? Competitive age. Competitive wage, I beg your pardon. The wage you have been offered must be competitive with the New Brunswick wage rates for the occupation, and the wage stated on your offer of employment must be comparable to the rate paid to workers with similar level of experience and training for equivalent jobs in New Brunswick, and be consistent with the wage compensation structure for your employer. It means that if you are applying a nursing job or a social worker job, the status, the way people are being paid on this job in New Brunswick is going to be the same with you. Employers will not be able to manipulate any of those information to suit their needs, like some employers who maybe reduce your salary for other purposes, right? Yeah, so next point here is that remote work arrangement provide employees with the flexibility to perform all or part of their duties from an approved remote location, employees' home, either on a full-time or part-time or temporary basis, to be considered candidate must be currently residing in New Brunswick and have lived in New Brunswick in the 12 months prior to submitting an application and working for an eligible New Brunswick employer with a valid authorization to work. Yeah. Regulated occupations. There are a variety of regulated occupations in New Brunswick, and if your intended job offer is in a regulated occupation, you are required to be certified. Like this kind of jobs where they say, I'm a certified nurse, I'm a certified doctor. So if you are not certified, you will not be able to practice, right? PR ready. When applying to a New Brunswick immigration stream or pilot, you must be PR ready. It means that you must meet all minimum eligibility requirements and selection factors and have all the required documents on hand to prepare and submit a complete and correct application to the government of New Brunswick and to the government of Canada, right? And then let's go down now to the employers require eligibility requirements. To be eligible under the critical worker pilot, each participant must, these are for the employer, be and remain in good standing, to remain in good standing with provincial, there's just a lot which I just want you to read through. So this means that not only are you eligible, employers are also having a lot of restrictions that are going to filter them out before they attain the eligibility status, right? And so we have what we have to pay the federal compliance fee. This fee is being paid by the employers, right? Now let's go down to the selection factors. What are the different factors that are going to lead you through selection? The first one is age. You must be between 19 to 55. Official language. The official language of New Brunswick is English and French. If you speak either French or English, you might be required, like the employer might be required to actually teach you for a certain numbers of hours for you to immerse yourself in the language that you don't speak better, so that your working environment will be good. Another thing that I want you to know is that if you have IELTS or other language proficiency certificates in Canada, you are good. But if you don't have, the employer who is employing you is going to write a letter. How do they call it? That he's going to write a letter to submit it at the federal level that this candidate is ready and is going to actually learn. Yeah, so when you look at here, look at the kind of the language proficiency test. If you have IELTS, reading should be 4, 3.5, all those kind of things. Yeah, so education, you must at a minimum have a Canadian secondary high school diploma or foreign high school diploma if you are a foreigner. And then the apprenticeship and occupational certificate branch or assess certificate. See, their certificate has to be proven. It is not like I always advise my followers that please always try as much as possible to have legit documents, because I tell you, most of these recruiters always go through, they scan, they verify from your home country. Work experience. In the last 5 years, you must have worked at least 1,560 hours over a period of 12 months, and this is the number of hours you would have worked in 1 year. So your 1 year experience is good to go. The following cannot be counted towards your experience on paid work, all those kind of things. Now let's go to the most interesting part, application process. Now, before we even go to accepting an offer, this is what I want to advise you first of all, because you are very dear to me and I cherish every moment that I spend when I'm doing my videos, because the information I give, I trust as much as possible that it is accurate. Try as much as possible to have a good Canadian professional CV. Do not just go and craft anything and submit. Nobody's going to have the time. Go online, search for a standard CV for Canadian jobs, download the Word format, fill it, and scan before you submit. Make sure that any information you provide on your CV, you can physically prove it. If you say that you have 3 years experience, you should have a letter of recommendation from your former employer which states that you work with this employer for 3 years. These are very important. If you say you can speak English or French or English and French, be able know that there's going to be a team that's going to evaluate you during your interview period in these domains, in these competencies that you listed, right? So it is very, very important. And then that's the first one. So the first one, after you have already uploaded your CV, well written, Canadian standard, the first thing is that you need to accept an offer of employment from an employee. So if they call you up, you need to have an interview with them, talk to them, and then if the offer is good, the salary and the conditions, then you have accepted the offer. That's the condition, that's the process. The next one is you need to create an expression of interest. It goes back to what we discussed the other time, and you need to also receive an invitation letter to apply. You cannot travel to Canada using a work visa through a work permit without having had an invitation letter to apply for these documents. Therefore, you need to submit an application to the GNB. Once you have submitted your complete online application through INB and pay the processing fee, GNB will conduct a full review of your application and it will be assessed according to eligibility requirements and selection factors outlined in this guide. Additional information that you need to submit for your application, a settlement plan. You need to tell them what's your plan and all that. Remember, like this program, like I said, you are able to follow this program with your family. It's not you alone, so you can actually follow this program with your family. So age of dependent, the age of your dependent children, if any, are logged in for further immigration requirements at the time you submit a complete application to them. Non-accompanying family members are family members who are dependent on the principal applicant but who are not immigrating to Canada. They can include a spouse or common law partner, depending children, and the children of a dependent child. That is it. So you can include the list of the people who are not even accompanying you at that particular moment, but who are linked to you, maybe as children or as your spouse or whatever. So that's it. So ladies and gentlemen, your application can actually be rejected. It's not all that glitters that is gold, actually, yes, but you need to be persistent, and that's why I emphasize more on your presentation, on the way you write your CV and what you put in there. If you want to, like, there are so many jobs in this program: IT jobs, farming jobs, fishing, forestry, technology jobs, nursing. And the latest one is they are even prioritizing nurses and IT now. They are prioritizing, like these social workers and all that, right? Now, if you want to be a nurse, you are applying for a nurse job, and on your CV, you talk so much of teaching, nobody is going to take you. So you need to be precise. Let your CV reflect your academics and professional and life, like hobbies and all other activities that you do beside work. This is authentic. Do not write a CV which is supposed to be for a job in nursing, and you are talking about teaching. Oh, I taught for 5 years. When I finished teaching, I went to do nursing. That is a story. It's not interesting. Talk specifically about the job. It goes the same with the interview that you want to have. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I got for you. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, please recommend my videos to other people. And if you didn't understand anything on this video, I have already put an email on the screen for you. Write me on this email. Let me get you on the WhatsApp group where I'm working with other people, so I can see you through, so you would have more chances on getting your job to go to Canada. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Don Franco. Please share my videos to your social networks. Share it to Facebook, share it to Instagram, share it to TikTok, any other social platform that you are in, and that you will want to help me also grow, because I will really much appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm going to see you on another one. Bye-bye.